This is the Lancer Locker Show on KYNT. Now, let's talk some Mount Marty University athletics with the coaches, as well as your host and the voice of Mount Marty University athletics, Tehl Tanner.
Another Monday, another edition of the Lancer Locker on KYNT. This is 102.1 FM AM 1450. You might also be listening on our YouTube channel, KYNTV. Everybody, thank you so much for supporting us here at Front Broadcasting. Oh, we certainly appreciate it. We've got a great show for you today. The Mount Marty Lancers, head coach of the Mount Marty football program, going to be in the booth, John Micheletti. First up, second guest of the day will be the head coach of the Mount Marty soccer program that had a 5-0-1 start to the season. An unbeaten start, and then just suffered their first loss of the season in a very close one to Concordia on Saturday. Coach Oliver Tillman in the booth with me coming up. And last but not least, my boss and the president of the Lancer Club, Kurt Dykstra, will be in the studio to talk how you can get involved in helping out with Mount Marty University Athletics and the Lancer Club. All of that and more coming up. We got a great show for you guys. Let's get straight to it. I spoke with John Micheletti actually a little earlier today was this interview. I spoke to him about the football game on Saturday and everything coming up for the Lancers. This is KYNT, that interview with Coach Micheletti of the football program right now. John Micheletti, the head coach of the Mount Marty Lancers, in the booth of the football team. How you doing today, John?
I'm doing good, Tehl. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I watched my Broncos play pretty badly yesterday, but it's okay. They got the win. Your Bears, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a tough one. I mean, kind of like what we were saying, it was a tough win for your guys, and that was us week one. You know, you like to win ugly sometimes. It's better than losing, so hopefully on to next week. There were some bright spots, though, still with the Bears, but unfortunately it looks like Aaron Rodgers still owns us.
Yeah, a little bit. I wanted to ask you, do you play fantasy football?
I do not.
You do not?
I do not,
okay,
no.
Interesting. I wanted to ask that because I wasn't sure. Because, you never know with some guys like that.
Yeah, it was right out of college, early in my coaching career. I did it to keep in touch with some of the guys I played with, and that was just, we were all over the nation, so it was a nice way for us to be able to have some friendly banter back and forth and keep in touch each week. But we've grown away from that, and we've all started to, have families and kids and other important stuff. But I still enjoy watching as many NFL games as possible. Usually have it on in the background on Sundays and things like that, and usually watch Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football with the kids. So
absolutely. And speaking of your family, they were able to come to this game on Saturday against Midland for the first time this year because you got some little ones that can't travel everywhere.
Yes, very excited. They were actually they found some shade, which was nice for a hot day. But no, it was very excited. That's one of the highlights of after the game is being able to get my hug from those kids. So
you have one just started kindergarten. He's obviously a little bit away from the home all the time. How you guys doing with that?
I would say that he's handling it better than my wife is. I'm sure she's excited that she has one less little rugrat running around the house. But the first day of school, she was definitely a little teary-eyed. I was proud of him for sure. I can't say that I felt that same way, but definitely proud of him. And he loves coming home and telling me what he learned every day, so I'm very excited to hear about that.
That's really exciting, knowing he knows exactly what he learned and he wants to show you. I love that. He's excited to learn.
Right, that was kind of our deal because he didn't want to go. All summer, I get to bring him in for an hour or so during the week, things like that, so he got to be around the football guys, watching them lift and things like that. He loves that. But I was like, you got to start getting ready for school, and it's his first time going to school, and I was like, dude, I'm starting to forget some of the stuff that I learned. I was like, I need you to tell me what you learned and catch me back up. So that's his deal, is he's got to come teach me each and every day what he learned. So, well,
as we transition to Mount Marty football, let's talk about what the Lancers learned over the weekend. Played number 23 in your home stadium. Midland came to town, 20-7 loss, but Lancers looked pretty good in that loss. Tell me what the Lancers learned over the weekend.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game that, as expected. You always want to be able to play those tough opponents at home, and it was a great atmosphere. Can't thank Mount Marty and the Yankton community enough for supplying that great atmosphere for our guys, and something fun to be a part of. But our guys felt good afterwards because it wasn't the result we wanted, but there was a lot of things that we focused on this last week, improving from that loss to Hastings that was much improved on, and then they see like, hey, when we do stick together, that things do work. And looking back at the game, if you just change a few of those plays, I think we have a different result in the end. And the guys are starting to see we're really close to getting there.
couple of deep balls almost landed in the breadbasket of the wide receiver. A couple of them just dropped right at the end there. And then the fourth down play right at the goal line really kind of sealed it. But there were so many plays very, very close to completely flipping this game. What's it like knowing that you can run with a top 25 team in the nation?
Yeah, that's what I think gives our guys a lot of confidence in the process of everything, because I think a lot of time people just get focused on results, but the one thing about us is we can't predict the future, so you don't know when those results are coming. So if you're just focused on that part, it can be a little bit annoying or a little bit tough to deal with. But when you're focused on the process of the things and getting a little tiny feedback here and there, is nice to know you are doing the right thing.
One of the things that I was really excited to see on Saturday was how the Lancers kind of handled the adversity of coming back and having another week to play. Obviously, you started the season at Presentation on an epic high. You go to Hastings, a game that obviously you're expecting to go in and win, and it ended up not going your way. Kind of got punched in the mouth there, as you could say. And then you go into Hastings. I wanted to see how you reacted, and I thought the team reacted pretty well from what I saw. What was the team like on the sideline?
Yeah, they were very positive. There was, and that's the one thing that we constantly preach is the power through positivity, and there's just too much things that bring you down when somebody, whether it's a negative thought or a negative verbiage, anything like that. So you want to make sure that everybody's job there on the sideline, and we dressed quite a few guys, was, hey, everybody's got a job here today. And we talked a little bit about, whether it's pass run calls, or whether it's talking about poison, get away from the ball on punts, things like that, or just picking up tendencies that you can kind of help give guys confidence as they come off the field. And each of those players off the field has a little bit of job of coaching as well, and those guys are starting to learn that and take that part to heart.
One of the most improved performances week to week was from your quarterback. Ken Gay ended up 14 of 23, 219 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Thought he played pretty well in the home stadium, especially on a 66-yard touchdown pass to Jonah Miyazawa. Tell me about your pass catchers and the guy throwing the ball.
Yeah, it was a little tough there in the first half, especially with that wind blowing. It always makes it tough I think it's just as tough throwing with the wind at your back, because you got to take a little bit off and be able to adjust your touch there as well. But, we're really close to blowing that game open there if we catch up some of those deep passes. So very proud of Ken taking care of the ball. That's obviously the number one goal all the time, is to possess the ball and making sure that the offense continues to move the ball down the field. But him being able to have that short-term memory from last week, being able to improve on the things that he needed to, and have everybody have trust in him was exciting to see.
Going to next week, you go on the road once again. Four of the Lancers' first 5 games on the road. You have 2 of those left in this road stretch at Briar Cliff on Saturday. That was a game last year I know left a bad sting in your mouth, because Lancers almost had it right at the end. What are you thinking going into this week of practice? Yeah,
it's a much different opponent. They're coming off of a little bit of a high too, even though they lost to Morningside, but they did a good job competing with them last Saturday as well. So they got a lot of good stuff, a lot of guys that can stretch the field, a lot of good athletes. They are a little bit banged up, so I'm seeing if they'll be healthy by game time, but our guys got to make sure that we're able to turn the page and make sure that we're able to continue to improve, because I think we are so close to turning that page.
One more thing I want to ask you here on the Lancer Locker is about the Lancer Club. We're going to be talking about the Lancer Club a lot more a little later in the show. We've got the president of Lancer Club in the studio coming up. But for right now, I want to ask you, the Lancer Club, what does it kind of mean to this football team, and how does it benefit?
Yeah, the Lancer Club, it's awesome. It not only benefits the football team, it benefits all of Lancer athletics. And there's just a lot of tiny, expenses and things like that come up, whether it's feeding the guys or giving them, anything to make their experience better. And that's just one way where the community and the support here can interact with those athletes and really make their experience top-notch here.
And if you want to help support Mount Marty Athletics, you can go to mountmartyathletics.com. You'll find some links there. You can also call the number of 605-668-1241. And we're going to be talking Lancer Club a whole lot later in the show. This is KYNT. Thank you for coming in to talk to me today, John.
Thanks, Tehl.
Mount Marty Lancers at Briarcliff Chargers this upcoming Saturday, 1 p.m. We'll have coverage right here on KYNT. Next up in the booth, the head men's soccer coach at Mount Marty University, Oliver Tillman, after the break.
We were founded on innovation and a passion to help our customers. This is Glenn Zupfer at Aztec in Yankton. We also want our employees to thrive and succeed every day. Our core values are more than something we list on a wall. We live them every day. We have openings in a variety of departments, sign-on bonuses up to $2,000, immediate benefits like retirement savings, paid holidays, bonus earnings, tuition reimbursement, and more. Build your career with a group that's built to connect from rock to road. Stop by for a walk-in interview or click on careers at aztecindustries.com.
A radio commercial for hearing loss is tricky. You see, there are two scenarios. Either it's you or it could be the loved one you're with. Here's how to find out. If the radio is deafeningly loud right now, it's probably not you. If it's not deafeningly loud, look over at your loved one wearing earplugs. Maybe it's time to visit the hearing experts, Avera Medical Group Audiology Yankton. Doctors Matt Rumsey and Kendra Bailey can get you back to never missing a beat during a conversation. They offer the latest technology and free 2-week test drives. Call 605-655-1220.
Mount Marty Lancer Athletics on KYNT and KYN-TV, courtesy of Shinerbach. Brewed with rich roasted barley malt and German specialty hops, this lightly hopped American-style dark lager always goes down easy. This football season or any season, tip back a Bach. Paired perfectly with tailgating, porch sitting, washer tossing, dog petting, and literally anything. Shinerbach, available year-round at your favorite place to buy beer.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
At Explorers Credit Union, we have retro, aka super low credit card rates, and a card that offers big rewards. Why not have your credit card with a local lender right here in your community, along with the benefits you expect, like no annual fee, 2% cash back every time you swipe, and pay the same low rate for balance transfers and cash advances. Explore the best credit card in town and apply today at explorerscu.com.
Support a local business that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts for Yankton's largest employers, Triple Time Rudy's. At Triple Time Rudy's, you get that local friendly feel and also a unique offering of products. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers, plus quality fuel products too. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway for your daily fill-ups and convenience needs. Pull in to Triple Time Rudy's today.
I've never been Nick sick, but my little sister has. She was vaping with friends. She thought it was cool because I did it. That hit me pretty hard. Did some checking, found out that nicotine in vape is really dangerous, especially for younger kids. You get a buzz, but when the nicotine wears off, your brain, it craves more. It permanently affects learning, focus, and mood. Nicotine addiction is no joke.
If you need help quitting vape, call the South Dakota Quit line at 1-866-SD-QUITS.
Back on the Lancer Locker, big thank you to John Micheletti for starting off the show. Football team's got a big game this weekend at Briarcliff, as does the men's soccer team. Let's turn our attention to a program that is having a lot of success this year. 5-1-1 overall record is the men's soccer team. Oliver Tillman, the new head coach, in the booth with me. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you, Tehl. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I wanted to ask you, obviously we're starting off the show with this. We talked about it off air because it's just cool. You're from New Zealand. When did you move to the U.S.?
So I moved to the U.S. In around June, July of 2019. I came across to Mount Marty to do my graduate assistantship and my master's at Mount Marty. Previously, I was at the University of Canterbury in my hometown of Christchurch, where my undergrad was a Bachelor of Sports Coaching. And I wanted to come across to America and coach, and that's been my dream
And
trying to come across.
And out of all the U.S., you chose South Dakota and Mount Marty. What led to that decision?
Well, the biggest thing was the master's program here. So it was a Master of Education in Coaching and Leadership. So that aligned with my undergrad. I wasn't able to do other masters like nursing or business. So it kind of fitted in with me, what I was trying to do. So it was fantastic to have that opportunity at Mount Marty, and it's just become my home ever since.
Served as a GA for a couple years, the assistant coach last year, the head coach this year, and your team is having a lot of success. You had an unbeaten streak to start the year. It unfortunately just came to a close on Saturday with a 2-1 loss to Concordia, but a 5-1-1 overall record to start this year. How have you had such great success right at the beginning?
I don't know, just obviously because I've been a part of the team for the last 3 years, I know the players, I know what they need, and they have the trust in me as well. The system that we brought in helped the team a lot. It was a little unorganized before, so being able to have that system and have a way that they're able to play helps with that organization. And then we've brought in culture stuff, the team building, going doing activities, just building together as a group, worrying about the person, not just the player, has really helped us and helped us go a long way.
Is that just kind of what you preach, a team-first mentality instead of a player-first mentality?
Yeah, I'm really big on the team. We all play for one. The results are represented by ourselves. It's not one individual effort done by the team. One individual effort done by one player. It's by the whole team. We win and we lose together. So it's really important that everyone feels a part of the program. Doesn't matter if you're the highest level player or the lowest level player. As long as you're a part of Mount Marty and men's soccer, that's all that's important.
One of the things you've been able to do pretty well this season is score the ball. You've had 5 points against Nebraska Wesleyan University. First time you were able to defeat that team in 17 losses. So very good road win for the Lancers. Trinity Bible, a 10-0 win. 2-1 over Doane. Tell me about your scores.
It's been fantastic. We've definitely struggled in previous seasons with scoring. I always preach to the boys, I'm just like, it doesn't matter how many we let in as long as we score more than the opponent. But it's been fantastic to score the goals because that's one of the biggest things that you try to work on in the year, but having it come so simple to us is fantastic. But our front three are great. Jonathan Castro, he's been fantastic up top for us. He made a position change. He was playing in the midfield and we pushed him forward, and he's been scoring goals out of nowhere. Tim Husken, a freshman from Germany, he's tall timber. He's, I think, 6'5", and he's got speed and pace of someone much shorter than him. He moves quite smoothly. Javier Palomo from Spain, he came in the spring. He's been lethal up top. Sloan and Sam, both from France. They're electric on the ball. And it's been fantastic for us just to be able to go forward and score goals. I think on average we're scoring around 3 a game. And I don't think when we've scored every game, we haven't been shut out yet. So it's a good way to stay winning as well, because those games, you might lose 1-0 and it just feels like if you just scored one, you'd be in the game. So it definitely helps mentality going forward and knowing no matter what, even if we go a goal down, we have the ability to score again. Because I think against Nebraska Wesleyan, we were down a goal, I think 2 or 3 times, and to be able to come back, tie it up, and then get away with the eventual winner is fantastic.
I believe that game winner came in the last 20 seconds of the game,
last
too.
18 seconds. Matias Romero we were just pushing, and came through and, snatched victory away.
Absolutely incredible. Let's talk about your defenders now, because so far this season, outside of the Nebraska Wesleyan game that was a 5-4 victory, the most goals you'd allowed so far this season is 2. 2 opponents hit 2 goals, and that's it. So tell me about your defenders and your goalkeeper.
Yeah, we've been working hard with them over the spring and season. Obviously, we've got 2 players who are playing centre back, Gabriele Cavallari and Diego Romero, who are a little bit out of position. They transferred into that position spring of 2 years ago, so I think it was 2021 that spring, and we've just adapted them into it, and they've taken to it like a fish to water. Our fullbacks, so Jason Chavez and Nils Gunther, they've been fantastic on the wings for us. We attack quite a lot with them, and technically on the ball they're fantastic. And we've got Israel Jimenez, who's kind of reserved for Nils, both left footers. Having them on that left side it's too easy when you got left footers on the left side. Most of the time you have to convert a right-footed person on that side, so it's fantastic. And then obviously it comes down to our goalies as well. Sebastian Aguero's been killing it in goal for us. He's made some stellar saves for us, and then our backups are just as good. And at the moment, it's kind of a goalie committee versus, number 1, 2, or 3. We could honestly rotate any 3 of them in there, and they'll do the same job.
Helps keep them fresh as well.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about one more thing before we close on the Lancer Locker today. The Lancer Club, obviously going on the road, getting all these jerseys, getting everybody all together. It costs money, and it costs money to feed the team as well. So tell me the difference the Lancer Club makes for this team.
It can make a huge difference, honestly. So for the Lancer Club, they've obviously been supporting Mount Marty hugely lately, and obviously with the results, that always helps bring in more supporters to the Lancer Club. But athletic director Andy Bernardo's been helping the athletic department out as a whole. So some of that money is helping, us coaches with our recruiting, bringing in software that can help us, bring Mount Marty to a wider audience, to get more athletes in, to kind of lengthen our branches out into further of America to help with that recruiting side. But then also, when we need help as an athletic department, or these emergencies come up or stuff like that, he's always happy to help us out with. And that money a lot of the time comes from the Lancer Club. So instead of like a specific team, it's the athletic department, and we all grow as one, and we all work together as one. We're all friends in the athletic department, so it's really important.
Well, Oliver, thank you very much for coming in and talking to me today. Once again, if you want to get involved in the Lancer Club, there's a lot of different membership levels you can get. All of them have some perks, and obviously you're going to help out Mount Marty University. Call 605-668-1241 for more details there. Thank you very much for coming in, Coach Tillman.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for having me.
This is the Lancer Locker. Let's take another break. The president of the Lancer Club in the booth up next.
Heartland Humane Society needs your help finding forever homes for over 750 pets in 2022. Pets in the shelter's care are fully vaccinated, microchipped, and always great with people. You can help by volunteering to walk a dog or cuddle a cat, by fostering a pet for just the weekend or long term, by making a donation to cover an animal's care, or by choosing adoption in 2022. To learn more, visit heartlandhumanesociety.net.
Summer and refreshing cool iced tea just go together. For a twisted version of this classic pair, try Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. This adult version of iced tea is made from real brewed tea and natural flavors, and is refreshing, smooth, and available in a party pack too. It includes half and half, peach, raspberry, and original flavors. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea, the perfect companion to a day in the sun. There's a flavor for everyone. Try some today.
Bring the crew to Pete's Ranch in Yankton. This is Annie, and we have legendary pizza and chicken just waiting for you on our buffet. Let us know what you're craving, and we'll make it fresh and bring you the first slice. Or let us deliver right to your front door. Your locally owned Yankton Pizza Ranch on Broadway, 665-1222.
It's where life tastes better. Surround them up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
With grain carts getting bigger and better every year, don't you think it's time to outfit them accordingly? Sureco's 4500 Series HD electric tarp works seamlessly with existing Sherlock tarps. The heavy-duty extruded arms are the strongest on the market and come with a lifetime warranty. Operating is easy and convenient with one of our smart remote options that let you open and close your tarp with the push of a button. Call to order yours today at 1-800-474-8756. When you need to be sure, make it Sureco.
What's special about Slumberland is ours is a free service. They get to come into our store. It helps the customer understand how the space is going to work so that they don't feel nervous about their purchase. If you live locally, you can set up an appointment with one of our sales representatives where we can come into your home and help you understand if you want to go shopping in your own home and bring some different pieces in to help them work with maybe the new piece you're looking for.
Free interior design service at Yankton Slumberland, located at 2401 Broadway Avenue.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more. All at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. For your convenience, you can call and order curbside pickup or order online at meatlodge.com. The Meat Lodge in Yankton. on the way to the lake on Highway 52.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your lifetime. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
Bucks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing. Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
All right, back on the Lancer Locker. I am Tehl Tanner. Let's go ahead and finish things up with the president of the Lancer Club and my boss. So we're gonna do a very good job here today. It's Mr. Kurt Dykstra. How you doing?
No tough questions. No tough questions.
So, what is the meaning of life?
Wow, that's pretty deep.
You said no tough questions, and I don't like doing that.
I'm a 61-year-old guy who has a wonderful bride and a beautiful family. Life is good, and I work at people like you and at a great facility and great owners like the Beckers. And one of the things I like about, I'm a sports guy and a music guy, and this is a perfect job for me. I get to involve, be a part of music that we play on the stations. And the other thing with sports, I get to do Yankton and, we got the Huskers and all that stuff. But one passion that I really developed is following Mount Marty sport. And we are a big part of I think we've done our partnership with them for 10 years now. This is our 10th year.
As Riverfront Broadcast?
Yep.
That's amazing. I know the couple of guys before me, Scott Kustra, to name one, was certainly amazing. Did a lot with Mount Marty, and we're looking forward to do a lot more. With that said, let's talk about the Lancer Club. Lancer Club, huge for Mount Marty, extremely helpful for the athletic department. Why don't you tell me what the Lancer Club is and how it operates?
Well, I got involved with it about 10 years ago. Chuck Iverson asked me to be a part of it, and it's a group of individuals, where we take donations from businesses or individuals, and that money is set up to go for a variety of things. It's kind of changed over the years, but the main thing is scholarships, and then we use the funding for other athletic type expenses. And like I said, it's kind of metamorphosed over the years, but in essence, that's a scholarship program, and then there's other things that we do with it, mainly to aid the athletic department. And there's different levels, and we've kind of adapted and changed that over the years. Programs range from $100 to $2,000, and we have well over 100 members that donate to this organization. And there's nice little spiffs and things like that they get with it when they join up, like tickets and recognition and programs, access to the walking track and sponsorship of tailgaters and things like that. So there's a number of different things that go along with their donation. So they get a little bit back for it. But the school gets a lot from it. They do 100% of the funds go to the athletic department, and Andy Bonato and the school there decides where they disperse the money out. And like I said, the big thing is what we do is we promote athletic scholarships. We've done a lot of upgrading of equipment, especially in the weight room areas. We cover meals when kids are traveling, to a lot of times these trips are a long way, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
And we help cover meals for the kids when they go on the trips. A big thing we started recently is supporting the grad assistant programs. And those things are so key. A good grad assistant is so key to helping the head coach and making that program run. So we're able to do some funding there to help that. And do other things like netting at the softball field, turf repair at Riverside for the baseball team, and cooling mists for the football and soccer teams at Crane Youngworth. Those kinds of things are all part of where that funding goes.
So it's a really key organization to the success of Mount Marty Athletics. Tell me how people can get involved.
Well, there's a lot of different ways. We have come down and see us or see me at the radio station. I've got little pamphlets, little things you can fill out. A lot of times at athletic events, we'll be there to tailgaters, especially like last Saturday. We had a tent and we had the brochures and everything there. Also, you can go online to mountmarty.edu/Lancer Club, and the information will be on there too. That's mountmarty.edu/Lancer Club. Or like I said, if you need a brochure and you want to donate, I have them here. You're welcome to stop in and pick one up. I think I got them on the front table up here.
Absolutely you do. Or if you prefer to call, you can call 605-668-1241 if you want to get involved. Thank you very much, Kurt.
Thank you, Tehl.
All right, well, I am going way over my time, and I obviously have my boss sitting across the table from me, so I got to get out of here quickly. This is KYNT, the Lancer Locker. A huge thank you to all three of my guests today, Kurt Dykstra, the president of the Lancer Club, John Micheletti, head coach of the Mount Marty football program, and Oliver Tillman, the head coach of the Mount Marty men's soccer team that started the season 5-1-1. Very, very good season for men's soccer so far. They are going to be on the road again at Briar Cliff this Saturday. Mount Marty football at Briar Cliff this Saturday. We've got coverage of the football game on KYNT. We will be providing score updates of the soccer broadcast throughout. This is KYNT, the Lancer Locker. We'll see you next time.